Why get into cars? I mean, you've been known for motorcycle taxis. I mean, that's your strength, your core,
And your logo.
Yeah, in your logo
Oh, no,
too.
you have to change the logo then.
And we don't we have too much cars on the road already? Why expand to that?
For us, Angkas has always been committed to providing alternative forms of transportation, more options, better options for Filipinos. So I think it's just right timing to be able to offer, an alternative. That's what we are. We are the alternative option. So even for motorcycle ride hailing, a lot of our users use us for emergencies. A lot of our users use us if they want to negotiate through traffic better, getting through the city in a better way. So it's always an alternative option. So for us, the more options for Filipinos, the better.
Will it bring down the passenger rates?
I think
mean,
that's
because
rates
it's
have been so crazy right now on other car hailing apps. I'm just gonna call it
Oh,
car
naman.
hailing. No,
There's
it really
only
has
one
been.
car
I'm so
hailing
kuripot.
app.
No, there is actually, I think, 2 or 3. There are some beta
Actually,
testing.
there are more.
There are more,
There's
right?
a few more, actually. I think more than 5. But yes, there is a more popular ones. For us, definitely pricing is something that we're evaluating and studying. And affordable options is...
Are you gonna do anything differently in that area?
We always do something
Wow.
different. Angkas,
Tell us.
I hope it's
Angkas is
different,
never
cheaper.
traditional, right? If you leave it to us, it's going to be definitely funny, right?
Okay.
Definitely noteworthy, but it's going to be exciting for everybody.
Let's just circle it back to the new app, which you said is because you want to introduce new verticals, aka new gimmicks, okay, new services as well. We of course talked about Angcars, which is going to launch very soon. But there's also Angkas Padala and Angkas Health. Are these both already available right now? These are ongoing.
Yeah, so these are ongoing pilots. We have Angkas Padala, but I think logistics is something that, being an archipelago, is something that is really a little bit messy. And we hope that we can kind of put our hat in the game to make sure that we provide an efficient service.
Oh, wait, so
for
Padala
last
is
mile.
not just Padala via bike. It can actually go all the way to, like, if I want to send to Zamboanga or General Santos, I can do that
So
via
essentially,
Angkas Padala?
we will be last mile providers,
Okay.
and we'll be working with the existing couriers, traditional couriers, to be able to ferry it from one island to another. But when you do get there, it's an Angkas biker that's going to greet you at your doorstep.
Okay. And
Would
with the
we-
health?
The health is very
health,
interesting.
The health is interesting. I know you piloted this during COVID. You were
Yes.
doing like a home service tests
Correct.
because your riders were out of jobs and you wanted to give them something to do. Has this spiraled beyond that now? And how did you decide to finally permanently add it as a service?
This partnership was very successful back then. And what we did was we
Was it
trained.
with the Red Cross?
Yes, it was with the Philippine Red Cross, and it was for saliva PCR. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was some few years back.
Circa 2021.
Yes, ages ago. That was a distant past. And that was very successful because it really, we were able to look at just the extraction part. So we do the specimen collection. And in fact, it was Philippine Red Cross that said, hey, can we expand this to other things? And then we realized when we started doing our research that there are a lot of laboratories in the Philippines. And in fact, the issue is not the laboratory. The issue is the specimen collection, because you will have to go to the lab, and it really takes a lot of effort for the labs to give you your own med tech or your own nurse or phlebotomist. So we provide again the fulfillment part. So what we do is we have professional phlebotomists that extract the blood for you guys and then bring it to the laboratories. The existing laboratories are the ones that process the labs, the tests, and then you get it straight from the labs. So for us, what we want to do is, one, bring down the cost of preventive healthcare. We call this preventive care by taking care of the phlebotomist part, and they're really focused on off-site. And then number two, making this accessible again to everyone. The biggest problem for Filipinos is everyone I ask, they're either lazy to go to the laboratory to get tested, or they
traffic.
fear, or traffic.
yeah.
It's a chore.
Gumastos din.
Yeah, and this is the root cause of many diseases that go unchecked. And if you can catch it early, you actually, maybe we can extend the, you know.
What is AngKash? What initiative is this? Speaking of empowerment, can you tell us if it's available for the rest of us or just for your riders?
No, well, for us, you know, what we've seen with the bikers now that they've been uprooted, they're out of the poverty line. I have 30,000+ bikers, 100% of them are out of the poverty line. Now, what do they do with their money, right? So financial literacy, that's where it kicks in. Just last quarter of last year, we're now legitimized. We're part of the formal sector. Pag-ibig is now recognizing self-employed Angkas bikers, which is a big milestone for us because we've really been pushing for legitimizing that informal sector. But that's still far from financial literacy. Recognition is one thing, and AngKash is a way for us to provide loans that are humane. Number two, provide businesses. We do productive business loans to their wives. Sari-sari stores, we fund them. We fund pares.
Paris
Mami,
restaurants,
paresans, and stuff
paresan.
like that. So for us, we want to solve the issue of single income households. Because the first thing, which is financial literacy, that our bikers say to their wives when they start becoming Angkas bikers, huwag ka na magtrabaho. And that is the wrong attitude. And that right there is a real case of financial literacy in action. And when we shift that to huwag ka na magtrabaho to, hey, let's get this money and reinvest this in a sari-sari store so we have two income streams,
Right.
then that's a step in the right
How much
direction.
can they loan? How much can they loan?
They can loan anywhere from as small as 5,000 pesos for goods to as high as a few 100,000
But this is only for your riders.
for now.
Okay.
For
For now, what do you
What does it
mean?
mean-
What
that
do
mean for
what do
now?
you
What's
mean
the
for now?
idea?
Yeah.
How many
Where do you wanna take
how
this?
many Filipinos, how many millions of Filipinos need this type of financial literacy? How many of them, how many people are gonna, you know, just put their belief in this sector, right? And you know, we want to test it out with the bikers. We want to make sure it's a successful model, just like the pilot right now. It's a successful pilot. It works in Metro Manila and Metro Cebu. It should work in every part of the
So even
country.
AngKash, it's a bit of a mouthful.
Ay,
AngKash is
galing.
being
Thought it was a
piloted.
typo. I'm
It's
like,
being piloted.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We've been
It's
piloting it
amazing
for a
that
while
you're
now.
investing in your drivers' lives.
For sure. We're partners with our drivers. And
But-
for us, more than just them providing a service to bikers, we're really committed to making sure that we look at the micro, their family unit.
Benefits in the future?
Yes, for sure. Insurance, we created the first insurance. The first accident insurance for scooters and underbones was created by Angkas. Before us, there was no such thing. And now it's the standard that everybody uses. We want to go to health insurance. But I don't believe in the health insurance right now that's in employment because it's 1:1.
Yeah.
I want a family unit insurance.
Hey, are you still growing? You're still taking on board riders?
Yes.
You still get a lot of applications?
Yes, we do.
How many
We do.
are we talking about on
Quite
a
a bit.
monthly basis?
A few thousands
Which
Per
you
month?
can't
per week.
per
Per
week,
week?
which you
Wow.
I assume you can't accommodate
You can't
because there's
accommodate
only
all
so
of
many
them,
licenses
right? That's
that
why
you can
we
hand
need
out.
to decongest Metro Manila and start pushing
How
it
about the
out.
cars? How many years does the car need to be eligible for Angcars?
We will comply with the
5 years
requirements.
and below.
Yes.